Chemical fertilizers degrade soil, crop yields fall, pest problems increase. Yet one method fixes this without high costs or lab-made inputs. Green manure crops restore fertility, control weeds, and rebuild soil structure using natural growth cycles. They're not new, but still widely underused. These plants don't feed people, they feed the soil. Here's how farmers use them to turn low-yield fields into high-performing land without synthetic fertilizer. Green manure crops are grown not for harvest but to improve soil. After growing, they're cut down and left to break down directly in the field. This process adds nutrients and organic matter, improving long-term soil quality. Legumes like clover, vetch, and alfalfa are commonly used because they fix nitrogen from the air into the soil. Their roots host bacteria that convert nitrogen into forms plants can use. When the plant decomposes, this nitrogen becomes available to the next crop. Non-legumes like rye, mustard, and buckwheat don't fix nitrogen but add biomass, reduce erosion, and suppress weeds. Their dense growth smothers competing plants and protects bare soil from wind and water damage. Green manure improves soil fertility by feeding soil microbes. As the plant material decays, it creates a nutrient-rich environment. This supports healthy plant growth in the next crop cycle and reduces dependence on synthetic fertilizer. It also improves soil structure. In sandy soils, added organic matter helps hold water. In heavy clay, it improves drainage. Better soil structure means stronger root systems and higher resilience during drought or heavy rain. Weed control is another key benefit. Fast-growing green manure covers the ground quickly and prevents sunlight from reaching weed seeds. Some, like mustard, release natural chemicals that reduce weed seed germination. Pest and disease cycles can also be disrupted. Certain green manure crops, especially brassicas like mustard, release bioactive compounds that reduce soil-borne pests and pathogens. Crop rotation using green manure helps break pest life cycles without chemical treatment. Timing is critical. Most green manure crops are planted in the off-season, after harvest or before main crops. They should be cut and incorporated into the soil before they flower or set seed. This prevents them from becoming weeds and ensures nutrients are released in time for the next crop. Decomposition time varies. Legumes break down quickly and release nutrients faster. Non-legumes decompose slowly but improve soil structure more. A mix of legumes and non-legumes balances nutrient release and biomass production. The type of green manure must match the local climate and cropping system. Cool season crops like crimson clover work in spring and fall. Warm season crops like cowpea grow better in hot climates. Each has specific seeding rates, planting depths, and care needs. In low-input farming systems, green manure offers a low-cost way to restore soil. For example, sun hemp is used in Africa and Asia to rebuild degraded fields. It adds nitrogen, suppresses weeds, and improves yield in the next planting. In commercial farming, green manure reduces fertilizer bills. Large farms in Brazil use cover crops like brachiaria to protect soil between soybean harvests. This keeps the land productive year-round while reducing erosion. Green manure supports no-till systems as well. Farmers plant crops directly into dead cover crops without plowing. This keeps soil structure intact, limits disturbance, and preserves microbial life. Long-term use increases resilience. Organic matter improves water retention and helps the soil withstand weather extremes. Over time, farmers report fewer input needs, better yields, and more consistent performance. Green manure also contributes to carbon storage. As plants grow and decompose, they store carbon in the soil. This reduces atmospheric CO2 and supports climate targets. Farmers don't need new equipment to start. Most seeds can be broadcast or drilled with standard tools. Termination can be done with mowing, rolling, or shallow tillage. Costs are low, especially when compared to fertilizer prices. Some governments offer support for green manure through grants or training programs. Adoption is growing as input costs rise and interest in sustainable practices spreads. On smaller plots, green manure helps gardeners and smallholders improve soil without chemicals. Even a single season of cover cropping can improve soil structure and fertility. Green manure crops are not a one-step fix. They work best as part of a broader system that includes crop rotation, compost, and reduced tillage. Their role is to maintain the soil's ability to produce, year after year, with less outside input. Results vary by crop, location, and timing, but the science is consistent. Fields with regular green manure use see better nutrient cycling, stronger root systems, and improved yields over time. By growing crops to feed the soil first, farmers build stronger systems that are less dependent on external inputs. Soil health becomes a renewable resource, not something that depletes with every harvest. If this helped clarify how green manure works, hit subscribe and comment below with your experience or plans to try it out in your own field.